And now, Banana Heritage Productions presents How Democracy Works, number 43, The Miracle of Free Elections.
Free elections depend upon a free people. From the earliest stages, the voice of the people must be heard at all times.
Sorry, boy, this caucus is for us Caucasians.
You know how much they got all those holes in his forehead? Learn to eat with a fork.
How about you and me going for a little spin?
Places of nomination for the presidency of these United States, a 1973 avocado green Pontiac GTO.
The representative of all the people responds to the will of the other people.
Those cynical manipulators of all that's best in America. Henry, what won't they stoop to?
Listen, Dumpling, thank God it wasn't an imperial. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, what should I do to combat this infamy? Develop a fender? Grow a grill?
Be yourself, Cookie. I got the plot.
And across the nation, the voice of the people responds to the will of the people.
I'd vote for the Pontiac every time. This baby's got 350 horses under the hood. You need that extra power on today's highways.
Anything but Nixon, man. A blender. Anything.
Modern technology can record the voice of the people with the utmost precision.
Pontiac 38%, Nixon 41%. Go get him, Pontiac.
Enabling those in power to remain faithful to their oath of office.
Now, many of you may wonder why, in announcing our withdrawal from Southeast Asia and the legalization of marijuana, I am wearing these ludicrous headlamps on my ears. Let me explain.
The will of the people demands the frank exchange of opinion.
Mr. Candidate, perhaps you'd give the panel some idea of your general approach.
Boy, can that baby hang in there on the corner.
Well, I'd just like to say, Harry, that in the accelerating times in which we live, we must not change lanes in crowded traffic.
How many miles she get to the gallon?
Oh, 20, 22 on a long haul.
But rather negotiate the
Just
tricky
think,
curves of the future.
If only
with proven
Kennedy had
performance
been a
and economy.
Continental, he'd still be with us.
And if only Roosevelt had been a wheelchair.
The will of the people is clear. Adjustments must be made.
I'm sorry, Spiro. It's the will of the people.
That's right, boss. Spiro, he dance no more on the heads of punks. But tell Spiro one thing, boss, before he waddle off into sunset. Who is new Spiro?
Well, this is hard, old friend, but a truck. A 4-axle Mack semi.
That's good, boss. A truck, he dance good on the heads of punks.
In the heat of an election year, however, mere adjustments are not enough.
Pontiac 764%, Nixon zip.
Yes, the will of the people is a cruel mistress. Yet it is in the darkest hour that she teaches her most lasting lesson.
Why do they hate me? I only want to be president.
Blinding. Ja, Herr Doktor. Ziegler.
Ja, Herr Doktor.
Klein.
Ja, Herr Doktor.
Nofziger.
Ja, Herr Doktor.
This the 7th crisis is. Something hot we got to plot. Think.
Think.
Shut up! Me, I say he's got to be a fridge. Give the dummies a clear choice.
Inhabited beach electric knife. To the top is Vayax, ja?
Nein, ein Dishwasserhaubau. Jetzt die Fräuleins, nein?
Nein, ist so.
Metternich, ein fridge would be. Bismarck, ein fridge would be.
Wait. Couldn't I just be a car, too?
Wait. What if a lot of cars he is? Rolls Grill, Caddy Fender, Imperial White Walls.
One of them pimp cars he'd look like.
So?
And so, through the will of the people, the representative of all the people is transformed from a representative of none of the people into a representative of some of the people. Democracy at work.
Someone's coming. Someone good. Someone rugged. Someone smooth. Someone long, sleek, exciting, powerful. Someone you can slip into as easily as he slips into you. The all-new 1973 Nixon GOP. You want a president with breakthrough thrust. A president who won't boil over when the heat's on. Above all, a president who starts first time in a Cold War. Try the 1973 Nixon. He grips the road to prosperity like a tiger, and he breaks just like a little demon. Join the generation of pace with Nixon. He's all yours.
The preceding was a political announcement paid for by the Nixon-Mack Campaign Committee.
The voice of the people is heard once more.
Don't believe it, man. He'll do anything. Anything!
With the will of the people duly satisfied, the race for the highest office in the land, not a prize, but a privilege, enters its final lap.
Here in tiny Buena Vista, California, the Democratic candidate took a definite stand on the busing issue today by forcing 7 school buses into a multiple accident. From all over the nation have come congratulations and pledges of support.
Hose those kids off the road, will you? You're holding up traffic.
In other dramatic developments, the president appointed a Buick to the Supreme Court, announced plans for a summit meeting with a Zopsk limousine, and pledged the vote to all auto Americans. Mr. Nixon himself cruised down to Lot David for a $100 a tank fill-up, accompanied by Mrs. Nixon, now a Chevy Nova, and the 7 White House Volkswagens.
And so the election reaches a fitting climax.
Once more, folks, is a last-minute entry into the Demo Derby. Governor Wallace of Alabama's a 1958 Dodge pickup. And all 3 contestants are hurtling around this tiny figure 8 of doom and destruction. The president narrowly misses the Pontiac, and the Pontiac and the pickup. The president comes around again, and rear-ends the Pontiac. He's got that extra length, that extra strength, and he rear-ends Wallace, and he tears them both apart again and again and again. Yes, folks, it looks like Nixon in 72!
And so, through the miracle of free elections, history is made once more.
Do you, Richard Nixon, engine number 528-6A76, swear to uphold the oath of office of the President of these United States?
Beep, beep.
The will of the people triumphs, bestowing upon the choice of some of the people the trust of all of the people, thus guiding the greatest democracy on earth safely down the highway of the future.
This program has been brought to you by the Republican Party, a leisure service of IT&T.
I feel totally different, absolutely different, and I bet Alan, Klein feels different too.
Yeah, like it makes you feel all warm inside. I mean, wow, like all of a sudden I bought this album, to help like these poor people, man, in Bangladesh. And I felt better. I started feeling like all this warmth inside me. Like I was back in like Big Sur,
I mean, we fasted, at school for a day, Actually, 2 periods, lunch, but it was really far out, Fasting is so far out.
Here I am, back to the Irish.
It's wild, it's wacky, it's slick, it's savvy, it's the madcap, daffy, fractured, ding-a-ling, ring-a-ding, loony, zany, size-splitting, rib-tickling, slap-happy world of Phono Phunnies.
Sir, I take the utmost exception to your farting before my wife.
Sorry, I didn't know it was her turn.
I can do these bird calls, and all these birds would just fly over to see me, when I did the bird calls. And, well, I can do the way I used to call the pigeons, if you care to hear it. Well, it goes like this.
Hey, you with the feathers, you want to step over here a second?
If dope smoking doesn't damage your brain, then how come so many teeny boppers think Cheech and Chong are funny?
Hi, I'm Frank Rizzo, asking you to give generously to help support the Philadelphia Police League for Retarded Children. This is the worthy organization that gives a retarded child the opportunity to become a policeman. Founded in 1844, the League provides training in every aspect of crime prevention, from tying one's own shoelace to lying under oath. Many of the youngsters, aided by the League, have risen to high position in law enforcement. In fact, all of us have. So please help us to rid the streets of morons, psychopaths, and mental defectives, and put them where they belong, on the force. Thank you.